Hello everyone. Good evening. It's Michelle Wooler with Owl Star Stampers. It is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. And I'm excited to create 4 new all occasion cards with you tonight. So that is what we are going to be doing. I have 4 different stamp sets. 2 of them are bundles, and we have some fun variety. And you will be able to get your packet for free if you place at least a $50 order with me through Sunday, and you'll get the tutorial for this as well. So that's what we are doing tonight. These are the cards. I had an in-person class yesterday, and so we are going to be making those cards live with you because you guys always want to see what those friends are doing here. So hi Sharon and Ruby from South Carolina. Sharon's in California. Good evening, Jennifer. Hi Wendy, thank you for sharing. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me over on Facebook. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and let me know if you're watching live, a number 1 in the comments, and a number 2 if you are watching the replay. I always love to see who is catching it after. If you're new here, you can join my email list here. That's where you're going to find out about classes, events, free tutorials, all the good stuff. Since it is the end of August, we will be doing an August virtual card class soon, and that goes out free to all my subscribers every month if you're on the email list. So make sure you join there. And if you want any of my tutorials, you can find them there for past classes, events. My team gets all my tutorials for free. Or if you want to, if you're like you like the best deal ever, you can join and become a VIP for only $24.95 a month, and you can get everything I do in the whole month included, because most of my stuff is like $15 on up, and so that's a way better deal as well. And then there's where you can go shopping for the products we have tonight. All right, good evening, Catherine and Tara. Hi, Tina. Hi, Lori. Hi, Tara. Couple Taras. And Brenda, Amy. Hello, hello. So real quick, on Sunday evening, I sent out all the tutorials for everybody. If from the Christmas in July and the week before, I had got behind with summer. So you should have, if you thought you got a tutorial from me, I emailed them all out on Sunday. So if you didn't get it, just email me and let me know so I can get that to you. Sometimes they go to spam or promotional folders. Email is very tricky nowadays, so just know I did email all of that information out to you guys. So, all right. Okay, let's get crafting. So again, I have 4 different stamp sets, bundles we're going to be using. The kit looks like this. You will get it. I will sort it out for you and ship them out at the end of next week. So you have until Sunday to get your order in. It has to be at least $50 before rewards, shipping, and tax, and you'll get a kit to make one of each of these 4 cards. So let's get stamping. All right, good evening, everyone. Catherine just finished Christmas in July. Well, you might see a Christmas card here tonight, because I loved the Christmas too. So we're gonna do, so here's the packet we have here. What am I gonna do? Well, I'll just, I guess, do what's on top right here. So this card, and you're gonna get some of this, you'll get the ribbon. I just happen to have a bolt of it right here, so I'm gonna use that. But our first card, did you guys get the paper pumpkin for July? It is like the strawberry one. It is so darn cute. I 100% love it. I ordered extra kits, and so I'm going to use the stamp set to create this card for card number 1. So we're going to have these pieces and a scrap. So again, if you're a VIP member, this tutorial will be there. If you order over $50, you'll get this free tutorial as well. And if you're my team, just log into the account and it will be there. Usually I put them up on the weekend, so just so you know. Okay, so we have Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo. And this label came from the Label Me Grateful bundle. I love it. And then we just have some scraps here. And so we're going to be using Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo for our ink. And I have the stamps here, but I wanted to show you the paper pumpkin kit. If you're not a paper pumpkin, you missed it, but it's so cute. There. So here's what the stamp set looked like in the paper pumpkin this month for July. And here's the cute box. Like, this is not the cutest thing ever. And so we're going to use this stamp set. And then these were the cards. I made them all up just how they were. You make 2 of each of them. And then this one. So cute. It comes with a garden green. But look at the envelopes too. They were really cute. Cute envelopes. Anyway, that's where my stamp set is coming from. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, don't be afraid to grab the stamp set and make more cards with it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with this first one. So the first thing we're going to do is let's do some stamping on our label here. And I have the Hello Friend. And we're going to do that in Melon Mambo. Pam said, I love these 2 colors. I do too. I use them a lot also. So we're just inking this up. And we're going to stamp that right here. So I embossed the Melon Mambo in the exposed brick. I was looking for just something, and actually when I made this, I used the little flower. There's a little flower, and I stamped the background, and then I tried to emboss it, but then the flowers kind of washed out, so I just left it plain like that. I had used this flower in the background, but then I didn't love it. All right, we're gonna stamp. Now, the Paper Pumpkin kits do come with like some add-on dies. So I think they coordinate with the next couple months, but I'm just going to fussy cut these out. So I did the little berries. Now I'm opening up my green, and we're gonna do the stem right on top, and one right there. Okay, and then, oh, well, I closed my green, or my Melon Mambo, so I'm just going to do this little strip in green, the Granny Apple Green then. The other card is in Melon Mambo, but that will work. They both work. Okay. I need to wipe these off really quick. All right, I see lots of you hopping on. Hi, Joan from Washington. You guys, it started raining really hard when I needed to come over from my house back to my studio. Like, so hard. And the temperature dropped like, I don't know how many degrees. It was mid-80s, I think, and it was 67. So it feels so cold now after the storm and rain we had here. All right, so now we're gonna take that ribbon, and this ribbon was on Last Chance list. It's one of my favorites. I just like how it's so sheer. There's a little bit of sparkle with the silver. You get about 10 yards, 1/2 inch, and it is called the silver and white sheer ribbon. So I am so sad to see it go because it just goes with nearly everything. So I'm going to cut this, and you can grab glue dot to tack it down on the back. How many of you got this paper pumpkin kit? So if you don't have this, use any fruit or anything cute on here. But I really thought that the strawberries were adorable. I should share with you pictures of, oh my gosh, Joan, I just saw that before I came over, and I was like, is that real? There was a tsunami warning from the Russian earthquake, but it never happened. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I saw something about that, and I was like, what is happening? So do you see how I just tacked that down with our glue dot, and now we're going to add some glue here and put this down like so. Lori, you got it? Good. It is so cute. Okay, then we're going to take our label and we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. That's scary. Yay, Sharon. I did this kit like the day it came in. I was so excited for it. So my mother-in-law recently had a birthday the beginning of July, and we had a party for her, and we did a strawberry thing. I'll share some of the pictures on here. I did on my personal page, but we made like a little balloon arch, like backdrop, and I made like a fabric garland with just like some of these colors and patterns and gingham and polka dots, and we used an old Stampin' Up set. I'm gonna cut these out real quick to do my kids made like little party favors with some strawberry saltwater taffy, and then we used that also to make cupcake toppers. So we got really crafty with some strawberry stuff. It was really fun earlier in this month. And so this stamp set came out just a little bit too late to use for that. But if you remember the strawberry one we had with the punch, my friend Alicia had it and let me borrow it. So it worked perfect to coordinate everything. I will show you. I will post some pictures. Okay, there's one little strawberry. And here is this one. Linda has this kit too and hasn't done it. You're gonna love it. I bought extras this month because I just knew people would love it when they see it. And I also got some add-on kits to do as a class and studio for maybe some new people to come and try out paper crafting. I don't have those in yet, but they had the refills available. Yes, Ruby, exactly. I can use this kit to scrapbook pictures. So I did buy the add-on. They had a extra, it comes without the stamp set. So I did buy it for that purpose. Yes, as well. Yes, yes, yes. All right, and I can use the stamp set. It will be perfect. Okay, we're gonna take the You're the Best and cut that, and I have some little mini dimensionals right here, and I'm gonna put these on here, and then I'm going to put this right here. Then we're gonna take these strawberries, and I'm going to pop them both up. You do, Linda. You need to come stay a weekend here and get caught up on all your things and have so much fun. Oh, Marilyn got a couple of refills today. Awesome. All right, there we go. There is our card. It's so cute. If you wanted, you could add some bling. I didn't, but I'm thinking, what do we have? What do we have? Like, I just left it plain. I think it looks great like that, but you guys know I always give you guys in different kits and retreats, and you always have leftovers. So I'm seeing if there's anything we could use just to add on there if you wanted. I mean, rhinestones always work. These little sequins. But don't we have something? Okay, these just retired, but these would work. I'm going to use them. Don't hate me because they just retired. These are the glossy dots. They're not available, but some of you may have got them or have them, and we're going to add a couple of these to our card. We'll add 3, and then I'm going to add maybe 1 here and 1 down there. How cute is that? Isn't that so cute? All right. Card number 1. But again, you could add just silver rhinestones. We're going to use them on another card, but really cute. So you'll need your own embellishments for these cards and linen thread. Okay, our next card. What do you guys think of card number 1? Okay, our next card, we're gonna do, I think, my favorite. I think it's my favorite. I don't know, but I want to do it because I've been obsessed with this blending sort of technique card. So our next card is going to be a basic black card base. You're going to have 2 pieces of basic white and a little 1/2 inch strip, which I think I can use a 1/2 inch from my first card. So it doesn't look like, oh, what are we using? We're going to use a stamp set that's currently unavailable, but I know a lot of you have it, and I'm featuring it in my retreat as well. And some of you, I'm waiting for it to come back in stock to get it for your retreat. So this stamp set is amazing. I think it's $26. It should be back in on August 11th, if not before. But it is just a really great set. I love the images, especially, but the words, "You're not alone. I'm here for you. So sorry. My shoulder is yours. Sometimes life is just hard." And then this one, "Sending the healing power of love." So that's what we're going to use here. And we're going to do some, oh, these got really dirty, blending brushes. I have mine labeled yellow, orange, and dark pink. And so for this card, we're going to be using our memento pad that I made on the white. Got really dirty yesterday. This will probably be a classroom pad from now on. That's okay. And then we have Daffodil Delight. And then we have Peach Pie. You could also use Pumpkin Pie. And then our Melon Mambo. Okay, so what I did is I made a template here with, I'll show you, I just moved it. So you're gonna need to cut out a rectangle. Like, you can just cut out a rectangle, or you need the, what are these called? Textured note dies right here. So So you need the textured note dies, or you can just cut out a rectangle on your paper trimmer. And then I just cut it the same size as here. And this is how we're going to create our background. And so let's do the blending first, and then we'll stamp. We're going to do some stamping on the inside, and this card is just so cool. I know I've used a stamp set before, and we did kind of this with a circle. I love it. We got to use it again. So you can also tape this down to your mat with like Post-it tape or washi tape. I'm just going to try to hold it down. So again, if you don't have a die and you want a rectangle, you could cut out an oval, a circle, whatever you want, or just put this on your paper trimmer, and then you would put the blade and cut, and then cut and cut and cut out a square as well on a scrap piece of paper. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna hold this here, but I did use the textured note that looks like that with those lines. Okay, the first color, I started from the bottom, went up. You can go either way you want, so make sure you have the right color. We're gonna go in with yellow, and the key is to go light and then circular motions, and then you can go and press harder and more. So the more you use blending brushes, the better you get at it, kind of like a lot of things. There's a little bit of orange down there. They probably touched. That's okay. Okay, there's kind of our yellow. Now I'm going to go in with the peach pie, and I'm going to just get that in. And that's why I don't wash my brushes, because I like the ink to build up, and then I just personally feel like I get the best color when I do blending, having one that I don't wash out. That's just my personal preference. That doesn't mean that's the right way. That also means I have a lot of these for all the colors. But again, I love doing this. Okay, so there's our orangey, peachy color. Then we're gonna switch, and I don't know why I didn't open these all to start, to our melon mambo. And again, just hold this down. And blend, blend, blend. I love when the skies are like really vibrant, like the sunsets. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Now I'm just going in with my yellow and kind of just blending it all in together, just like that. Now here's where you go. You remove this, and ta-da, you have a beautiful little background here. So there is that. Now we're going to go in and stamp. I'm gonna move these out of the way. Where are my blending brushes? I don't even know. I have a whole, whatever. I'm gonna reach over and put them in here. Okay, then we're gonna take our stamp, which is on this one right here, this big one. We're just gonna ink that up with Memento Black ink. Thank you, Sharon. It's a lot of practice. I've done like swap cards using this, so I got a lot of practice in over, again, the more you do it, the better you get. Okay, my little tip is don't kind of wipe off around the edge here so you don't get any extra black. And then okay, you see I got a little dot there. I'm gonna try to cover it. Do you see right up there? It kind of like smudged somehow. So I don't know if I'm going to or not, but I'm going to attempt. Okay. Ah, perfect. I totally, well, it's not totally perfect, but I covered up my little mark there. And so that is like the star of our show right there. Okay, so now next up, we are going to take, I have all these other stamps. So that's what we have. Isn't that so pretty? And then with the little black border edge, we're going to attach this down right here, like so. And then we're gonna take this piece for the inside. We're gonna take this other little grass and we're going to stamp it off down there. Now, if you wanted to, I didn't do this in my original one, but you could go back in with your blending brushes and just add a little bit of color right here. So you could do something like that too on the inside if you wanted. You can also add partial of your fingerprint there as well. You probably don't want to do that. I don't know how that got on there. I have a little sanding block. I'll remove that. But we're going to take next up that little strip here, and we're going to stamp So Sorry. And this is really delicate, so just lightly stamping. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp Sometimes Life is Just Hard. So we're gonna add that and go right there. Okay. I'm getting ink everywhere. I'm gonna close this up and make sure I don't have stuff on my hands. So do you see how I added the ink there to mimic the front of the card? So just a little something you can do if you want. And we're gonna put that right in here, like so. And then this, we're just gonna make sure that has a good crease. Now I'm gonna point out, you probably can't tell it, but there's like a little, like I didn't press quite so hard right there. There's actually a little black fuzzy. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna make sure my sentiment goes right across there. So I'm going to cut that in this, and I'm just gonna pop that right there with some pop-ups. Susan loves the colors. Beautiful. Thank you. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. It's okay that you're late. We're happy you're here. Okay, a few dimensionals. I'm not adding any ribbon on here or any bling. I think this card is just so pretty how it is with those. Like, and I have made these cards with purples and pinks and blues, purples and blues, oranges and pinks and yellows, oranges and yellows. You can do so many different color combinations and they just turn out different every time. You can have like pastel colors, you can have more vibrant colors. It's just really fun. And then there is the inside where you can carry that over as well. So that is our card. And here's the one where I didn't do I just stamped it like that. But you can see there's our second card. So those of you who got this for the retreat add-on, you're going to love it because I paired it with the Thoughtful Journey designer series paper, and it just made seriously the most beautiful cards. You're going to love it. All right, let me put these back and we're going to do card number 3. This is like this is how I kind of have it for my class, and then the card is clipped on there. Okay, our third card, you can kind of tell what I've been playing with is kind of what I go to when I am creating. So last week we did Christmas in July all week long. And so if you missed that, there are 6 different videos in a row that we made featuring the Jolly Holly bundle and the Joyful Jar of Joy. I always say it backwards. So we're going to make a card with the Jolly Holly. My one friend made a card with the basic beige and cherry cobbler, and I just thought it was so stunning. So we're going to create a card with that. And I am gonna have to do a little bit of die cutting, so sorry, you're gonna have to watch me die cut a little bit, but that's okay. So we have basic beige. Look at that embossing folder. So I will emboss this for you. Sometimes I don't, but I am this time. So you'll have your embossing done. You'll have the label. This is the bigger label that comes in that bundle, so that will be done for you as well. And we're gonna fold this. I just loved this card. So you're getting one Christmas card here. And we're going to layer these pieces together. I just used a little peek of that cherry cobbler peeking out, and then it's gonna go on that basic beige. And where is my liquid glue? Thank you, Yvonne. All right. Come on. I'm using the fat end. So many comments of, I didn't know you could use that end of the glue. I just like it to, it's like a little spatula to me to swish it all around. So we have that. Okay. So I have a couple spots at my retreat next Saturday. If any of you want to come, not this Saturday, next Saturday, the 9th, let me know. We're going to have so much fun at my studio from like 9 to 9, but you don't have to stay that whole time, but that's when we will be crafting. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to put this down flat because I'm going to pop up some of the other elements. So I know a lot of people that wanted to come are camping, and so they can't come in person. I like it with it on the inside too. I don't know why I didn't do that originally. I just didn't even think of it until today. Okay, then that's going to come right here. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to do our stamping. Okay, so I took a whole sheet of our basic rhinestones and colored them with the dark cherry cobbler marker, and this is what I have left from my class. Just a bunch of little ones, but that's what I did. And we're going to be using Old Olive, basic beige, and cherry cobbler. to do this. And we have a old olive marker and a couple of stamps right here. So let's move this out of the way. We're in my rectangle here. We're gonna stamp Merry Christmas and Cherry Cobbler. I'm glad you like the colors, Marilyn. So right here, Merry, and then we'll do Christmas. Can tell I love this stamp. It's so stained. That means it's a good one. You've used it a lot. And I love the font of this, Merry Christmas. It's so pretty. Okay, there we have our Merry Christmas. Now we're gonna do, I don't think we need Cherry Cobbler anymore. That's how you get ink on your projects. Boy, I always say I'm covered in, like, red always gets on me. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a new wipe. Yuck. Yes, Donna Joy, I agree. They go so well together. All right, I'll just make sure my hands are a little bit cleaner. Okay, then this is gonna go on our card in just a second. We're gonna need some linen thread. Then on here, we're gonna stamp one of these holly, the little holly in old olive. And then we're gonna stamp two of these little sprigs in the basic beige. Now, the basic beige ink, when I ink it up, like there it is, it looks like beige, but it has a light green hue to it. So if you get one, like everyone I know, that's what it's like. It does dry more beige like, but it does have a, like that light green hue to it, just so you know. All right, we're gonna wipe that off. Now we're going to color in our berries with the Cherry Cobbler, and then just these leaves, and then we'll cut them out. So this is, do you see I taped this end shut so they couldn't use it? I'm such a nice teacher. But this end, you can stay in the lines and it won't bleed out also. So that's really why I did it. It's the end I like for these smaller pieces. Okay, so this is the light old olive. Now we're gonna bring in our cut and emboss machine, and we are going to, here it is. Where did I, right here. Grab our dies. We need this and this. Okay. I'm just gonna do one at a time. Sorry, I had the other dye in my mouth, which is probably not hygienic, but okay, so there's one. All right. And then now we're gonna cut out, I'm gonna try to do these other two together. We'll see. If it starts wiggling at all, I'm not gonna do it. I put my Post-it tape in the other room and I'm not gonna go grab it. It'll be quicker just to do individually. Okay, we got them down. Carefully put our top lid up and then straight down and run this through. Hi, Peggy. All right, so we have these pieces here. So I will give you a scrap paper so you can cut these pieces out. Or so you will have to have. We'll do the square for you, and we will emboss it for you. But you'll have to cut these little pieces out. So I know a lot of you have this bundle already. All right, so now back to our card. we're going to take this and we're going to pop it up. And then we're going to put this right here. Linen thread. Uh-oh, here I do. Okay, linen thread is like your dimensionals. You just need to have lots of this in your life. I use it all the time. So this is how I do it. I'm just looping it around my fingers like this, just one time. Just a little something. Cut, pinch it in the middle, grab a glue dot right in the middle. I'm gonna stick that right there in the corner. Now before I go any further, I'm gonna take my ends and just kind of unravel them a little bit like that. Then I'm gonna take another glue dot on these little sprigs, and I'm going to stick them on here and here. We're gonna put one going this way, and you can kind of pull that ribbon down where you want it. One going this way. And then we're gonna put this over the top with a mini glue dot, or a mini dimensional. Kind of like in the middle there, like that. And again, you can pull your ribbon or twine. Okay, and then to finish it off, just basic rhinestones. That just be very careful with your cherry cobbler, dark cherry cobbler. And we're going to, now these come in different sizes. All that's left is the small, which is fine for me. I don't care. I do like the other sizes. So I'm gonna add. Now the other thing you could do, I want this one down here, is you could put them in the berries themselves. I think they'll fit. If you had lots of rhinestones, there you go. So there is another Christmas card. And here's this one where they have, I don't have the berries, the little rhinestones in the berries, but there I do. So there's card number 3, using the Jolly Holly bundle again, because it's a beautiful one. I hope you guys like card number 3. All right, our last card. Oh, thank you, Nadine. Thanks, Sharon and Debbie. Okay, so our last card is a shout out to all my card club members. So I just loved that Tractor and Co. Bundle, and we used it for our card club this month. So I did another card with it for this. So I'm going to, that's going to be featuring our last card. And we're going to be using Garden Green, Darling Duckling, Pecan Pie, and Memento Black. So we're going to be using these. Uh-oh, this didn't get shut. We're going to be using these colors plus our Memento, but I'm going to use this one that I made. Oh, thank you. It was very elegant. So this card has a ton of stamps. Tons of stamps, but it's not hard. It's just a lot of stamping. So we have Garden Green. I did use Crushed Curry, but I'm using Darling Duckling ink. Crushed Curry would work too. Basic White. Another little strip. I'm going to put this inside here. And so this is what we're doing. Okay, we're going to fold this. And next week I will be, where we gotta sort out and start shipping out all those summer retreats. So that will be fun and busy all at once. Okay, this card, this layer is just gonna go flat on our card. The crushed curry kind of reminds me of John Deere. Well, this I'm going to show you that it's not a lot of pieces to the tractor. It's just, this one is just all stamping. So you can die cut 100 pieces, or you can just stamp, and it can be very cute too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I have a brown blending brush and the pecan pie, and I'm going to add some dirt to the bottom of this. And if the tractor is not your thing, just stamp something else on this card. You can put a tree on here or some leaves with that. You could emboss with that sunflower. You could do a lot of other things with this if you got the kit and you didn't want to do the tractor, is what I'm saying. So you can totally change it out. Emboss this, layer it, add your sentiment with one of those colors, and it would be really pretty too and look totally different. Okay, so there's that. We're done with that. Now we're going to start stamping our tractor. So I'm gonna start with this is Garden Green. I'm going to start on the right side and work my way across left. So I'm going to position this maybe like, I don't know, like here. Okay, so there's the tractor. Then we're gonna get a little trailer and ink that up. And this is gonna go like, kind of like here. And then we're done with the green. I'm gonna close that up. Now whoa, I just got green all over that ink pad. Now we're gonna do our tires. And so there's two different sizes. We're gonna use the big one here and then the little ones on the other. Yeah, the garden green is kind of like a John Deere-ish green, at least the closest that I think we have. So I'm going to do the big tire first and just get it in here. Whoops, I pressed it so it committed a little bit lower than I would like, but it's on. I like kind of dropped it as I was trying to line it up. Then we have this one, and we're gonna put I can't see very well here. And then we're gonna do here and here. Okay, there's our tires. Now we're going to do some hay. So we got the little thing of hay, and we're gonna take our darling duckling. You could use crushed curry too. I've made these tractors in all kinds of colors. I made red, blue, pink, green, yellow. You can make whatever color tractor you want. That's what's fun about this. Okay, here goes our little hay in the back. And then on a scrap piece of paper, we're gonna stamp the little chicken. I think the die does cut that out, but I didn't grab them. And then last but not least, we're going to stamp, hey, it's your birthday on this little scrap here. So, hey. It's still available, so you can still get it if you want it. Okay, so we have that. It's just cute. You can put Christmas trees in the back, or trees. You can put like chickens. You can put, oh my gosh, there's so many things you can do with this. It's just really adorable. Again, there is a die for this. I don't have it. I do have it, but I don't have it with me. And it will probably take me longer than just to cutting this cute little chicken out. So we're gonna cut out the little chick. My favorite thing to use to clean my stamps is my chamois, the purple chamois. And mine, I have multiple of them, but they just get moved around. But if I use a wipe like I'm using, just use baby wipes. Do not use like alcohol wipes or Lysol wipes. That will dry out your rubber on your stamps. But just a baby wipe that you just get at the grocery store. Nothing special. Okay, there's our little chick. Now we're gonna cut out hay. And then we're gonna cut out it's your birthday. Maybe I'll cut that at an angle because I think it's a little crooked. And we're going to take this. Yeah, you're welcome, Marilyn. Yeah, it's pretty easy to stamp for sure. Now again, if you've seen some of the other cards I've done where die cutting, yeah, that does take a lot more time. So those are like very, very special cards. Okay, we're gonna add, you know what, I might add the birthday there to cover up my little mess up in the tire. I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe you could put your little chicken driving. I had mine down here. So we're gonna just start placing some of these pieces. Little chicken. We're gonna put the hay up here. Kind of like that. I don't know. I think it's fine like there. I'm just gonna put it here. If somebody doesn't like that, you could also just die cut the tire and pop the tires up too if you wanted. This is gonna come down here, and we're going to add some glue, bring this in, and here is our cute little birthday card. Isn't it so cute? So cute. Like that. So there you go. That's card number 4. See, that one I got the tire up maybe a little bit too high. That one, I kind of dropped it a little bit, but it still works. So those are our cards for tonight. What do you guys think of them? Tried to give you a variety, a little bit of everything. Birthday, Christmas, like so sorry, and a friend card. So if you just hopped on, let me show you what we did. We did card number 1 right here. And this is from the paper pumpkin kit from July. So there's our first card. Then our second card was this one right here, and the inside. Oh, I'm glad you guys love it. You're saying cute, quick and cute. Thanks. Marilyn really liked the last one. So here's this one. Then we had, oh, we did the Christmas in July right here with the holly, Jolly Holly. And kind of like, again, you'll need your own embellishments. I will give you the silver ribbon. You'll need your own twine because twine just gets knotted up. And then here's our last card right here with the tractor. So you'll get a kit like this in the mail from me. You have till Sunday to get your order in. It will look like this with your pieces. And you'll get the ribbon. And then you'll get the tutorial for these cards. And so if you're a VIP member, the tutorial will be up this weekend, so you can just already go grab it, or in my team. And then yeah, so I hope you enjoyed these cards. I have my hair down today because I went and got my hair cut today. I got 2 inches cut off my hair, so it's a little bit shorter for me. Even though it's still long, it's shorter for me. So I did that earlier today. All right, I'm seeing what your favorites are. 2 and 3 are my faves. Card number 2, which was the blending brushes. So hopefully maybe you got some tips with that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Louise. All right, thank you, Mary and Bev. All right, friends, thanks for joining me tonight. Sharon, you liked the second and the third one? Oh, good. Or you love the second and the third. All right. The strawberry card, but they're all adorable. 2, 1, 3, and 4. All were great. Thank you. All right, everyone. Amy likes number 4. Thank you, Amy. I think I didn't even show you the tractor set, but there's even pumpkins and corn and little banners. It's just so cute. I've used this set a couple of different times, so yeah. All right, friends, thank you for those of you who order. I appreciate you. And for all your comments, thumbs up, hearts, shares. Don't forget to subscribe, all the great things. I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.